sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Most of you know me, Teaya Symone here, and it's not going to be a very long live because it's late. I had to push it back a few times because it's just been a hectic day. You guys know how that goes. So how is everyone? Happy hump day to everyone. Okay, so I want to go over a few things because at first, obviously, I started covering um, the Dre McCray case and Justice for Bond. I started covering it for a reason because I'm so passionate about it and because I used to watch Dre. And it is just mind blowing the things that are happening right now. So many people are talking about this. My favorite creator, you guys, I might even play you a little bit of her opinion. Her name is Paris Milan. And she actually covered this case last night. I was so excited. She's a huge creator. I think she has maybe 300K or 400K. And her opinion, some people may not like it, but she keeps it real. And she talks more about, um, you know, racism, and she talks about, Black women and things like that. And I really did enjoy her take on this whole case. I'm not saying that I agree with everything that she says, but I do enjoy her take on it. But there's a lot of people covering this case now. It's starting to really get more awareness about it, and that's great. That's great. And my only thing is, it's just crazy how the media really hasn't picked it up. But that's no surprise to me. Um, but that's for other reasons. But I wanted to cover this because I really did enjoy watching Dre, and it's just crazy that this is happening. And I do realize there's a lot of people live right now. I was on Molly Golightly's live earlier, and it was a pleasure being up there with her and Justice for All. I love his channel. He's amazing. And they made a lot of really great points. But I think they're, I have to check, but I'm pretty sure they're still live. But regardless, I can't wait for other people. I want to talk about, and I will continue to talk about this case, but I am going to talk about Without a Crystal Ball as well, and her coverage with this case. Because I don't know if Molly Golightly, I'm pretty sure Molly Golightly started talking about this case first. And then Without a Crystal Ball started talking about it. Regardless, it doesn't matter who started talking about it first. It really doesn't. And everyone was so happy that Without a Crystal Ball decided to cover the case because she has a bigger platform and it brings more awareness. A majority of those people who were happy about it they're no longer happy anymore, including myself. I tried to even, as soon as I seen that she was in these groups, because these groups blew up fast, you guys. There's the Justice for Bond group. There's Exposing Dre McCray. All of these groups, they grew really, really fast because people are so outraged just about this case. Obviously, Dre McCray and her behavior, things aren't adding up, all of these things. So these groups just blew up really fast. And as soon as I seen her in there, I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't warn people in these groups that eventually she was going to turn this case into a circus. And now, in my opinion, now she's just straight lying about this case. Now she's just making up lies to make herself look more credible when we all know she has zero credibility, period. So even though I will be talking about this case, obviously, and bringing awareness, there really aren't any new updates on this case. I will be bringing awareness about Without a Crystal Ball and her coverage on this case because it's really starting to piss me off. It really is, because not only is she fabricating things, this is something that we already knew that she was going to do. This is something that we have already warned people that she was going to do. We were just hoping and praying that she wouldn't do it, right? Let me say hi to who's in here. Melanie, hi. Anastasia, how are you? Hey, Goose. Mrs. Tinman, I'm so glad you're covering this. It's infuriating what she's doing. Absolutely. It's so good to see you guys in here. Hey, Melly. I have lupus and RA, so I believe her. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, but you're strong, Melody. And welcome. Welcome, you guys. I'm so happy to see you guys in here. So, anyway, I'm tired of her. Okay, she does not need to be covering this case. She needs to go take her ass back over there and keep talking about the Duggars. This is a very, very sensitive case. This man is in bed fighting for his life, and nobody has time for her bullshit, lies, fabrications, uh, bullshit speculation. She's already accused Dre McCray of being that doing the M to her husband already, which she has no right to do. These things are ridiculous, and it just shows why she is in 2 active lawsuits now and counting. Okay, so I want to bring this up. Let me see if I can bring this up really quick. Hey, not another housewife. Welcome, sweetie. Okay, so let's see if it's even on here, because you guys know all of the screenshots and all that stuff that I do, it never shows up. Let's see. I did screenshot it so you guys could see it. And I'm such a crazy person too, because I can literally share my screen, and I wasn't even thinking about that, you guys. I'm not good with StreamYard yet. There's so many things that I'm sure I could do that I haven't figured out yet. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Of course, I get on here and my little guys start calling me. They want to start fighting, that good stuff. Okay. Let's see if this works here. You guys can see. Let's see here if I can bring it up. Okay, sorry guys. Let me see something here if I can bring this up. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. Whoops, sorry, you guys. I was accidentally on mute. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I found it. I'm going to share my screen now. It sucks because every single time I screenshot something, I need to figure out why that's happening. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you guys. Okay, isn't this just wonderful and long from the wonderful without a crystal ball? So it says, and this is a statement that she made 5 hours ago. It says, today without a crystal ball has spent hours helping multiple families. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it bigger, you guys. Sorry about that, but I'm still going to read it, okay? Okay, so today without a crystal ball has spent multiple hours helping family members of Vaughn McCray and the kids. Due to the sensitivity of the situation and the rampant rumors that have been circulated, I wanted to clear up a few issues. Okay, first of all, who's talking for you? Are you saying that you're that important that someone is speaking for you on your behalf? Because it says here, today without a crystal ball has spent hours helping multiple family members of Vaughn and McCray. So it's not technically you without a crystal ball that's writing this, right? Somebody else, like your assistant or something, is writing this? Okay. Number one, and I can see you guys' comments. Number one, Letitia Bias has retained a lawyer. The lawyer is not working pro bono. Letitia signed the legal contract with the lawyer this morning due to the situation moving into the court. Letitia has been advised to not speak out at this time. Okay, let's say something about this. Number one, Molly Golightly already announced yesterday that Letitia had obtained an attorney. Okay, she already announced that. So you're not saying anything new, but the problem is that you have to be the first person to come out with any type of information, and you just had to put this in here. But Molly Golightly already announced that yesterday, way before you did. Okay. Number two, I have spoken to the person that helped facilitate the lawyer for Letitia. I have asked them to contact the lawyer to see if they can set up a trust for people to donate directly to rather than a fundraiser. That's great if you're doing that. But if you are doing these types of things for Letitia, why do you have to announce this publicly? Why? Why do you have to say anything about this publicly? Because at the end of the day, when you do great and kind things for people, you don't have to announce it to the world. Nobody knew anything about that. And the title of this is You Want to Clear Up Rumors. Well, this technically is not a rumor, But the fact that you did something kind for Letitia, you're saying you have spoken to the person that helped facilitate the lawyer for Letitia. I don't believe you. I want to see proof of it. And you say that to see if they can set up a trust fund. That's wonderful if you did it. But if you did it, you don't have to announce it publicly, do you? You don't. Number 3. Letitia and Vaughn's family do not know where he is at this time. Letitia had not been notified by anyone that the hospital was locked down. The location that Vaughn has been at is now telling people that he is not there. I don't believe you. I don't think it's true. I think you're lying, and I want to see proof of it. But, who am I, right? Number 4, Vaughn's status is not known. No one outside of Dre knows what Vaughn's medical status is at this time. Another lie. I don't believe you. There is no reason for you to even post this at all. Because all you're doing is lying to make yourself look more important, to make yourself look more credible, to make yourself the center of attention in this case. And it's not about you. Number 5, there is 100% an open and active documents, case with Andrew McCray related to the kids. Due to confidentiality of the case, there are no details that can be released. However, the father of the girls was notified to this investigation yesterday. First of all, you're talking about rumors. See, actually, in this post, all you're doing is spreading more rumors. That's all you're doing, because this was never a rumor. I've been covering this case from day one, okay? And the only person who's been spreading rumors is you. And you're talking about you're trying to clear up rumors? No. Let's look in between the lines here. All you're doing is trying to spread more fucking rumors, okay? There are multiple family members that are working behind the scenes to ensure the safety of both Vaughn and the kids. This means many of them will not be speaking out publicly because emergency court filings are expected to be coming in days. Lie. You're lying again. I want to see the proof. Where is the proof, okay, that there's going to be emergency court filings? You cannot keep doing this with cases without a crystal ball. Katie Joy, you can't keep spreading fucking rumors without any proof. I am so mad, you guys. Some of you guys are used to this. Lies, lies, lies. This whole post is bullshit. Okay? So, number seven. The family is seeking any and all video that contains no writing of the kids being given. What? The family is seeking any and all video that contains no writing of the kids being given K, T, and where Andrea speaks about the mental and physical health of the children. There is considerable need for a video where Dre stated that her oldest daughter was and she used biofeedback and herbs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me tell you something, Katie. You are the shadiest YouTuber. I have never witnessed a more shadier YouTuber than you. So basically, you're saying that you want everybody to send you, okay, because you're the one making this post. I don't care if you're saying somebody's speaking on your behalf. That's just to make you seem more important. So you're basically saying that you want everybody to send you any proof. You want other people to do your work for you, to send you any proof so you can go and exploit that shit too, right? Okay. Number 8. The families. Never mind. I'm on number 9. Anyone with information that can help the family with the above videos, please send them to. Oh my. Oh shit. Please send them to me via Messenger. Number 10. All family members that were in need of lawyers have now retained lawyers and are moving forward with legal proceedings. Please allow this to play out in court versus bombarding CPS or the hospitals. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm doing what I can to help facilitate in any way that I can. I also want to be transparent and factual at all times. This is not about headlines. This is about getting justice for Vaughn and the kids. Liar, liar, liar. That's what you are without a crystal fucking clue. That's what you are. You're a liar. And you're exploiting this case, and it's disgusting. It's not about Vaughn anymore. This is about you. And you make it blatantly obvious. Day after day, you just get worse. Now, some of you have seen her work. I've never worked on the same case as Without a Crystal Ball. So I've never personally seen how low down and dirty she really is. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys really quick. Is this it? No, I don't think. I know I screenshot it. This is it. A new update on the GoFundMe for Vaughn McCray's family says that Letitia traveled to Arizona to see Vaughn. She was not allowed to see him while she was there. She traveled to Arizona in the beginning of July for several days. At this time, the family has no idea where Vaughn is located. And I guess this is something that someone posted saying that Vaughn's location is unknown. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. So, what's my profile picture not showing up on my iPad? That's weird. You guys, you see, this is what makes me mad about her because in no way are we perfect. You know, nobody's going to, there's no perfect way to cover a case or anything like that. But this just gives you an idea of how low she really is. Because at the end of the day, how can you sit there and say all of those things and the majority of those things were lies? All lies. Let me read some of these comments. Let me take it up because I missed some comments. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I watched her from the beginning, even bought the K and couldn't bring myself to take it. Something didn't sit right. I'm glad you did it, Melanie. You're correct. Molly and Justin were first, and Without a Crystal Ball happened on the hopped on the bandwagon. Exactly. Now, I decided to cover the case probably a day after Molly, Golightly, and Justin. But I'm a smaller creator, so please catch me if I see MGLs snap out, and that was it. Yeah, that's why. I'm so glad you didn't take it, Melanie. I know some people have had good experiences, but I know some who haven't. Exactly. There's negative and positive experiences when it comes to Kay. I can't with the lies she spews. Can't wait for the trial with her and 7M in 2023. Me too. Somebody needs to stop her. I rarely talk about Katie Joy because it gets repetitive and nitpicky, but this is pissing me off too. Exactly. I'm so mad. I probably shouldn't even came live because I was so mad when I read that. Everything that she is saying is a lie. And please understand, this isn't about her, but she makes everything about her. It is unsettling that she's in contact with Juan's mother, and I fear his mother has no idea who or what she is. Exactly, not another housewife. And it's not like I've covered Without a Crystal Ball in the past. I've always covered her problematic behavior, but yeah, I don't talk about her often, but you better believe I'm going to be talking about her now. So get ready. I've been trying to focus on other things, but right now I have COVID again and I just keep crying for fun. I know, it's so sad. It's so depressing too. It's definitely not easy covering this. You know what I'm saying? But in the same sense, this is something that I feel God would want me to do. Okay? You know what I mean? Housewife, don't worry, his mom knows now. I hope she does. Oh my gosh. And then she still continues to keep lying and aligning herself with the family. And I've talked about this. Like, she needs to quit doing that. Quit aligning yourself with that family. Quit trying to pretend as though you're more important than you are. I'll talk about that in a minute. I don't usually push meds or anything, but check out herb.com and try to get some NAC 600 milligrams if it's not out. It helps with COVID a lot, and you can read thousands of reviews. Yes, Melanie, my 21-year-old just got over COVID, and luckily for him, luckily for him, he didn't have any like severe symptoms. So I'm praying for you. You'll be fine. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting rest, drinking plenty of fluids, and just take care of yourself, sweetie. But you'll be fine. Like I said, he's young, so he was able to bounce back pretty quickly, and I'm sure that you will be too. So just stay positive. I take it daily and didn't even get COVID. My daughter had it. Also good for a lot of other things. Just read the reviews and you'll see it's safe. Not as crazy things like Dre pushes, right? Katie was the one who said Dre is a narcissist and whatever. She said the truth. Is the opposite. Well, Katie's the one who's a narcissist. So it takes one to know one. That's what I'm saying. This bee is trying to portray herself as a family spokesperson. Exactly, Melly. Me and you are always so in sync. That's what she's doing. She's trying to portray herself and align herself with the family as if she's their spokesperson and she's speaking for them. And all this information sent out to me. And it's disgusting now. It's starting, like, I knew this was going to happen. And like I said, of course, I'm going to continue to bring awareness about Dre McCray, but I will not stop to bring awareness about this freaking psychopath covering this case. I won't. And that's just my opinion of her. Katie Joy never shows proof of anything. Amen. To set up a trust fund. In other words, KJ does not trust Letitia with the money. I bet my savings on that, right? And it's not even that. Like, if you did do something nice like that, why even announce it to the world? Why even say anything? There's no rumors going around about that. Like, that whole post on Facebook was to make herself look good, to make herself look more credible, to make herself look like she's a spokesperson for the family. And it's ridiculous. It's funny, she says, to set up a trust fund, and then allegedly she donates through GoFundMe. She just wants to look like she's actually helping versus creating drama. Exactly. And that's all she's doing, is creating a circus surrounded around this case. And what that actually does is it deflects from the actual reason that people started covering this case in the first place, and it takes away from people actually talking about Vaughn. And she's doing it purposely. He knew about it before because he told Molly and Jay Farrell about the CPS case days ago. And didn't she bring up the CPS case before today? How's that, KJ? Like, it. KJ is seeking. Send it to KJ. Exactly. Oh my gosh. It's so frustrating, you guys. KJ is manipulating and exploiting this family. She is. And it's really starting to piss me off now. It is. And of course, her. Yep. Yeah. Of course, you got to send it to her. Sorry, you guys. I'm so behind on the comments. Exactly. She wants the info to put out on her channel to make money, just like she did to Molly. No one could ever hear the audio except on her channel. KJ don't give a F about anyone but her damn wallet. Amen. And then you wonder why so many people, don't like this woman. Now you guys have to see why. You have to see why. There's a reason for it. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Hold on. Let me back out and come back in again because I'm buzzing apparently. So I'm going to back out. Okay. Hopefully that works. Hi, you guys. All right. Let me finish reading all of these comments here. I'm sorry I'm so behind, you guys. Why not send them to the lawyer, his family? She wants more attention so bad. Exactly. Pants on fire. Exactly. She wants the info for her channel. Okay, I read that. The actual hates I feel should not be. I am not a hateful person, but what the fuck? Exactly. Molly said this the night the cop showed up before KJ jumped on. Did she say this? She did this with the Gabby Petito case. It was horrific and horrible. It was infuriating to watch. She's the worst. And it's all warranted now, you guys. Like, this is not something that's being like made up or anything like that. Like, I used to feel a little bad for her because there are a lot of channels out there about her, but every bit of channels that are out there about her is warranted. I don't agree with crossing that line and calling all of that kind of stuff. I don't agree with going real life with KJ, but every single thing about that woman that people say is 100% true. Molly blocked her today, and then KJ used a different number to still text her. Why? The fuck? KJ always inserts herself in these high traffic cases just to stir up and make, yep. This is the SK crap all over again. Send the info to KJ. So people are supposed to witness criminal behavior being done and send it to Agent KJ. Right. Don't send it to the police. Send it to her. She's horrible, you guys. It's better to get it out though than holding it in. I seriously feel like I should have just kind of stayed back before I start talking about this because I'm so mad. But Molly warned Vaughn's mom tonight about what a nut she is. Vaughn's mom said KJ was scary, so I don't think she'll be talking to her anymore. Oh my gosh, I hope not. I hope not. 100% narcissist. But she'll still lie. Hey, allegedly with bread. How are you, sweetie? Thank you, sweetie. You have a 21. Yeah, I do. He's 21. I have 3 boys. One is 6, the other is 11, then 21. I had him at a very young age, Anastasia. She is Llama Girl. Hey, Llama Girl, how you doing? It's good to see you. Oh my God, yes, Katie Joy makes me sick trying to latch on and act like she's the arbiter of that's good and true. She's, I can't because KJ wants accolades because she has zero credibility. Exactly. Thank you. It's my second time having it, and I have lupus and RA and asthma, but I have my doctors and my pharmaceuticals in your face, Dre. I love that. And it kills me how people like Katie Joy acts like they own rights over cases. It's about awareness for Vaughn and his family. Exactly. I am literally praying that this family opens their eyes to cool KJ. KJ is like the Nigerian love scammers preying on vulnerable people who don't know better. I agree. Thank you, Melanie. You're so sweet. Hi, Tia. I'm late. I was here for the first time the other night. I officially unsubbed to without. Thank you, Tina. I'm so glad to hear that. She's just not a good person, you guys. She's just not. I cannot stand KJ. I cannot. I literally, I don't even. I can't. I literally can't. So there are a couple things that I want to point out about her in this case. Here's one thing. Can we get off of Dre's makeup and her nails and the way that she dresses? Can we just get off of that? Because at the end of the day, Dre is a makeup artist like me. And yes, I can see you talking about how, she's supposed to be everything natural, everything she takes is natural, but she wears makeup, she wears hair, all of those things. I can no. Hold on, you guys. My kids. You will not get on that phone. I literally just did. Sorry, you guys. My kids are fighting, so I'm not going to be on here long. Of course, they wait until I get here, until I'm live to start fighting. But anyway, can we stop talking about her makeup? I don't understand. What is the big deal? To me, you're talking about her makeup. You're saying that she likes to bake, cake and bake, and you're saying that she wears her makeup like a drag queen and all of those types of things. Are you saying that, Katie Joy? And this is not even me sticking up for Dre. This is me sticking up for the makeup artists and beauty influencers that do actually do their makeup just like Dre, including myself. Are you talking about her makeup because you're concerned because she's technically not natural because she wears makeup? Or are you just jealous because you can't do your makeup that way? Which is it? Because the way you're talking, you sound like a hater. I'm sorry. And you can't in one breath talk about this woman and talk about this and talk about that, and then turn around and talk about something as minuscule as makeup. Her makeup has nothing to do with this. You did the same thing with Tati when this whole Tati thing happened. You were talking about that Tati sucks at makeup and she's horrible. And have you looked in the mirror, Katie? Do you look in the mirror every single day? It looks like you do because you're talking about how she wears 1,000 pounds of makeup. So do you. So do you. You can tell, okay? Some of these beauty influencers don't wear half as much makeup as you may think that they do. I'm just saying, they don't. Because at the end of the day, looking at you, I could probably literally peel the makeup off your face, scrape it with a butter knife off of your face. It looks like you wear makeup. And I wouldn't say anything like that, but quit talking about Dre and her makeup. She is a makeup artist like myself. She's a beauty influencer. That's what she does. And baking was started, okay, because she said this yesterday. If I can find the clip, I'll find it and show it to you guys. She said this yesterday. You know, she's a cake or baker or whatever you want to call it. And she says that that's what drag queens do to look more feminine. Okay, yes, drag queens invented baking. Yes, they did. Drag queens invented a lot of things when it comes to makeup that bigger makeup artists like Mario, Beyonce's makeup artist, Sir, I can't remember his name, Charlotte Tilbury, like so many bigger makeup artists use the tricks that drag queens use. Baking is not just for drag queens, they're for everybody. It was just invented by drag queens. If you're going to talk about makeup, get your facts straight because you're wrong. Yes, it is. It was started because of drag queens to make themselves look more feminine, but it's not specifically because of that. Like all kinds, I still bake sometimes. Just because you don't do it, you sound like a fucking idiot. If you're going to speak on something, make sure you know what you're talking about. But you know what? We all know you're completely incapable of doing that. Sorry, you can hear my kids. They are, hold on. Sorry, you guys. They're fighting over a dinosaur. Okay, let's read these comments here. She is jealous. That's why. Girl, llama girl, you're right. Does anybody want to come up on panel? I never opened the panel, you guys. Let me do that. I'm sorry. If anybody wants to come up, you don't have to be shy. You're more than welcome to come up and give your opinion. If not, that's okay too. I'm only going to be on here for not too much longer because my kids, I can't have them arguing. They need to go to sleep, but it's summertime, so I let them stay up. Okay. But after a certain one. Hey, Just Carrie, how are you? It's good to see you. Gigi Life. Hey, Gigi Life. Hey, Goose.
Hold on, let me mute the other thing. Just a sec.
Okay. I have two. One is 23 and one is 18. Those are good ages. Can you explain what Without a Crystal Ball posted on Facebook about Molly? You know what? I heard that she did post something about her, but I haven't seen it. Does anybody else? If anybody else has what she said about Molly, wherever it is she posted it.
Yeah, I guess she posted something, but I think then she ended up taking it down. I'm 99% sure that they maybe read it. So there's the thing she posted what you read, and then I believe there was something else, and I think that either Molly or Justice for All maybe read it during the live that's going on right now. So what I was thinking is I'll try to find it, and then when this video is over, after that video is over, I'll try to drop the timestamp since it's a longer video so people can see. But and then even just like some of the parts where because like she says, oh well, Dre's ex-husband just found out about like the CPS case, and she says that he found out about that today, and that's not true because actually Marissa found out about that. Molly found out about that. Like, I think it was.
Hold on one second. I want to read a couple of these comments. Okay. I will give it to her. She is a badass at makeup. Yes, she is. Yes, it's always like that with kids, isn't it, Carrie? Right before you came up, I was reading these comments. Thank you. Is there a timestamp? I'm not sure. Well, Goose may know the timestamp.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's hard to pick a timestamp. I guess I could go because it's still live. So I guess I could try to figure it out. But then like when you're watching, you know, usually it just shows you like how much is still left in the video, but you can hold it down and it'll show you like how far in you are. So that's what somebody just said in the comments that it's on Reddit. So maybe if you dropped your email, Teaya, in the comments, maybe somebody
deleted it though.
She did delete it. Yes.
Okay.
But
if anybody has that, just send it to me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you wanted, drop your email or whatever, and then they could, if somebody wanted to screenshot it and then email it to you, then maybe you could show it. But yeah. I know that the Dre's ex-husband knew about the CPS thing because I think it was 3 days ago. Here, I'm going to click off here. Hopefully it's not going to no, I better not do that. I was going to say, I know, because unlike what KJ does, where she puts out a lot of stuff, there's things that Molly and Justin don't put out right away. So like the day that they found out that, there was the CPS thing going on, I found out about it as well. I was told, but like, we just don't share everything. You know what I mean? Because there's things that have to stay quiet to protect the kids and protect the family. The last thing you want is for somebody to find out there's a CPS case, and then the people involved don't even know there's a CPS case, and then they start doing things like shaving their kids' heads or scrubbing their heads or, you know, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You don't want to put that stuff out there. And then I think the other thing was
send it to me, Kelly, if you can. If it's not too much trouble, send that to me, and I will I'll let you guys see it. Go ahead.
That'd be interesting to see. And then the other thing I was going to say about the attorney thing. I know a lot of people, if they've watched part of this, know. So last night in chat, there was, in Molly's live, there was a person that came up on panel who had actually reached out and contacted an attorney's office. Little did Molly know that it was actually one of her Patreon's daughter that actually works at the same law firm. So it was just crazy how so many things were like falling into place, and just like these weird, you know, coincidences. And I don't know, it was just really ironic. And so they got an appointment set up for Letitia to talk with the attorney at 4:30 yesterday. And then I believe that she actually flew there from Georgia to Arizona today, and everything is set up. And so I feel that's another reason why KJ is putting out this mass, like, and again, who freaking writes like, without a crystal ball, has spent hours today doing blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would be one thing if she had somebody who actually took care of this stuff for her, but we know she's writing it herself. Like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to believe that like she had a helper write that, because she so wants to be in control of everything that she's, you know, she's the person that would have written that. Like, just say, hey, I just want to let people know, like, write it in your own, like, about yourself. Don't make it look, don't write it in third person because you think it like adds.
She's writing it in third person to make herself look like somebody speaking on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like she's more like she's just this important person. Hey, Magician's Manor, good to see you. Like she's more of this important person that has to have somebody speak for her. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And then I heard, I haven't confirmed this, but allegedly, KJ's been trying to start crap in one of the groups. I don't know which group it is. I'm thinking that it's maybe the so it's not, I don't think it's the Justice for Vaughn, but what's the other one? Uncovering Dre or something. It's the other one on Facebook. There's like two big ones that have over 30,000 members. I can't remember what the second one is, but evidently I found out, but again, I haven't confirmed this yet, but it sounds like there's been people in there trying to like stir the pot with Molly and Justin, telling people like, you know, don't watch their videos, just go to KJ for the facts and stuff like that. And so it's like, come on, people, like, it's just sad that this is all happening. Yes, exposing Dre McCray, that's what it is. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for sending that to me too. I will put this on here right now. Let me bring it up. So you go ahead and entertain them, Goose. I'm going to bring this up real quick.
All right. Does anybody have any comments that in the chat, like if they just got here about anything that they've heard that maybe I could help kind of confirm or not confirm? And then Teaya, somebody also said to check Messenger. But yeah, so just to confirm, Letitia, Vaughn's mom, does have an attorney. The attorney has been retained for sure. She spoke with the law office, the firm last night, and then everything was, she met with them even today. And allegedly KJ says other family members now have, you know, within the last 24 hours, the other family members now have attorneys. I don't know how true that is. I can only confirm what I know because, like I said, it's actually one of Molly's Patreons. It's actually one of her Patreon's daughter who actually works at the law firm. So, and then it was also confirmed with Vaughn's mom. So, but also
again, thank you, Michelle, for sending this to me. I really appreciate you.
And I'm going to read any updates on Vaughn just for the last thing really quick. There's no updates. It's all quiet right now. I'm going to mute while you do that.
Everything's quiet for the most part. That's why I will continue to talk about without a, oh my gosh. I just never knew she was this bad. Like this, she's just horrible. Okay, here's what she put.
Shame on her.
It's come to my attention that Molly Golightly has accused me of lying. I am not in the business of lying. She also said that I made a comment that I couldn't summarize the situation in 30 minutes because she made a summary video. That comment was not at all about her. I have no issues with Molly. I put out information that I receive. I have family and sources literally providing me information. I was told that DCS is investigating Andrea. That's true. Excuse me. I told you they received over 7,000 calls. That's true. I said the kids were not removed. That's true. I have been sued by people and have never lost a case. I have never been found liable for defamation. A man that was convicted of bank fraud is one of the people who sued me. That case is in the process of coming to a close. This isn't a competition. I am not asking anyone to follow Molly or not follow me. Making this into a turf war helps no one. I said on my live 2 days ago that I wouldn't get into a fight, and I won't. That.
Oh my God.
Okay. First of all, there's so many things that I could say about that. First off, let's start off with this. How in the hell can you sit here and say that you have lawsuits and you've won every single one? Well, you really did not. Okay. You came to an agreement or some kind of deal with Tati.
Settling is not the same as as not losing, basically settling. People settle when they know they're gonna freaking lose. Like, come on. I mean,
Exactly. And number two, you're sitting here talking about Todd Chrisley, which you need to keep your mouth shut about him too. You're sitting here saying that he is going through bank fraud. What does that have to do with you and you slandering him?
and what does that have to do with Vaughn? Honestly, like, why she, I swear, every single, like, 90% of this time when she's either done a video or a post lately, she's bringing up either Josh Duggar or Todd Chrisley. Like, I'm sorry, but is she just so ignorant that she doesn't realize that the more she adds a little bit of fuel to that fire, the more it's going to be, you know, raging, and people are going to continue talking about it? Like,
there's a second screenshot. Hold on, I'll bring it up. Let me see.
Really quick too, with the Melly Lynn asked, was there something that was said that initially started KJ going at Molly? So Molly put out a video a few nights ago at like 2:30 in the morning because it was like really weighing on her about some of the things that KJ had said. It's a very short clip. It's like 17 minutes long, maybe 14, 17 minutes long. I'll try to find it and drop it in the thing so you guys can watch it afterwards. But she basically talks about how Molly talks about how she can't confirm a lot of the stuff that KJ has said. And she just, I think that's what made KJ kind of start going on the defense. And yeah.
It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to read this second screenshot. Am I echoing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. This isn't a competition. I'm not asking anyone to not follow Molly or not follow me. Making this into a turf war helps no one. I said it on my live 2 days ago that I wouldn't get into a fight, and I won't. My credibility has been attacked when I haven't lied. She stated what she knew, and it was what I knew. There is room for everyone. Telling people to unsubscribe from someone is actually a violation of the YouTube platform. So I will never, ever tell someone to do that. I hope she retracts that video or privates that video.
Creators she didn't say that. Just so you know, she did.
Let me read it, and then we'll go over it. I hope she retracts that video or privates the video. Creators have lost their channels doing that, and I don't want her to lose hers. I'm not going to report her. I just think she does decent work. And I don't want her to risk her platform. This is a team effort. Please, let's all focus on Vaughn and the kids. First of all, Molly did not say that. Molly said she was going to unsubscribe from Without a Crystal Ball. She did not tell her audience to unsubscribe from her. That is a lie.
Correct.
That's all Molly said. Molly, I seen that part. Molly was like, I'm just going to unsubscribe from her. I don't want anything to do with her anymore. She didn't tell everybody who was watching her, the 3,000 people that were watching her, to unsubscribe. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, she even said, like, right after that, too, she said, I'm not telling anybody else to unsubscribe. So people can go and watch it themselves, too.
Yeah. People can go and watch it, or I can bring it up. Molly did not say that. But she did delete this post. But regardless, people still seen it, right? And also, how can you sit there and say this is a team effort? You literally said you had recordings and told Molly Golightly that your sources are really picky and they don't want anybody else reading the record or playing the recordings except for you, and to bring all of your people and her people over to you to listen to the recording. You wouldn't even share the recording with anybody else. How is that a team effort, Katie? That's not a team effort. That's pretty much saying, no, everybody needs to send their information to me and me only, because I'm the only one that matters that's covering this case. That's what that means.
Yeah, and if you care about Vaughn, like, nobody should care if anybody takes anybody's clips, videos, anything having to do with Vaughn. Like, I mean, it really shouldn't matter. The goal is to get it out. Even if you have to take somebody else's video and put it out, I can tell you firsthand that I know that Justice for All and Molly Golightly will not clip or strike anybody's videos if they use any of their stuff with the Vaughn stuff. They don't care. They want it out. She's even said it numerous times on lives. I'm sure people in chat have even seen it. It's not a competition like KJ thinks it is.
She said that, excuse me, when I was on her panel. She said, anybody take my clicks. I don't care. She's like, I want everyone to be talking about this case. And the way that Katie Joy has been talking about this case, she's acting as though she is the only person that's talking to the parents. And then she may not be blatantly saying it, you guys, but obviously she keeps insinuating things that makes it look like she's the only credible one here because she's the one who's talking about the family. Just like her, because Molly Golightly knew already that Vaughn's mother, Letitia, had got retained an attorney, right? She already announced that yesterday. But then you have Katie Joy making a post saying the same exact thing, but insinuating that she's the one who talked about it first. The only one who's making it a competition is Katie. She's made this a competition the whole entire time. And my guess is because, listen, yes, you may have more subscribers, 240 K subscribers, but Molly, when she goes live, she's getting more people watching her than you, Katie, if you really want to talk about competition. And you have turned this into a circus, in my opinion. Everything that you just said on Facebook that I read when this first started was a lie. Everything was a lie. You want to make yourself look like you are the most important person in this case. You're the only one who's talking to the family. I hope that family, you're not bothering them because they're going through enough as it is. I hope you're not calling them and just constantly bothering them. I just hope she's not doing that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, or just texting a bunch, or like,
right.
I mean, she was jealous because yesterday when KJ was live, somebody had put in the chat about how they had found Letitia an attorney, and you could even just kind of tell by the look on her face, because I don't know if anybody's noticed just kind of how fake KJ's demeanor has been while covering this case. Like, if she's very different than she is when she covers, like, the Duggars or anybody else. Like, she's smiley, even just the Vaughn stuff. Like when Vaughn was like calling her and she was like, opens the door and she's like, I'll be right down, Vaughn. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, how many times have people seen her just be horrible to her son? I mean, it's just awful. So yeah, it's just. But yeah, during the live though, when someone said that and she was like, oh, well, I'm helping the rest of his family retain attorneys. And it's like, who freaking cares? Like, right. Couldn't you just be like, oh, that's awesome. Hopefully we can help find attorneys for the rest of them. Like, why is it? Do you ever notice how it's really like she always says I. Like, hardly ever does she say we. And then
if
having
it's a team effort, then it wouldn't just always be I. And then also she said, Molly Golightly said on her live that Dre is banned from visiting Vaughn. No one has been able to confirm this to be true. If anyone can provide information about the situation, please let me know. That's her discrediting Molly right there. Exactly, because Molly said that when the police officer showed up at her house, the police officer told the officer who got information. So basically somebody down in Arizona reported Molly, and so they called up to where she lives in Pennsylvania and had an officer go to her house. Well, when the officer was at the house, he was like, yeah, I understand, it's your first amendment, and they weren't worried about it at all. And then he said, yeah, evidently now everybody's banned from the hospital, including Dre. So that's where Molly got the information. She didn't just get it from even Vaughn's mom. It came from a police officer. So she's like, yeah, I put it out there. Like, sorry, I didn't record myself talking to the police officer, but she just felt like it wasn't, she was live when it happened, but right. And I think Justin realized, like, oh, I want to make sure she doesn't like put out any of her own public information. And so he muted her stuff, like, while she was talking to the police officer, which was a smart, safe thing to do. And that's still discrediting her, though, to even sit there and say Molly she didn't have to put that at all. She didn't have to put Molly Golightly said this and nobody has claimed that to be true. That is her trying to cast Molly Golightly out as incredible, like have no credibility, to make it look like no one should believe what she says,
Right.
basically.
Why not just say what she usually says when she talks about her quote unquote sources? Why doesn't she just leave it at, allegedly, nobody's allowed to see Vaughn, including Dre. I haven't personally been able to verify that yet, but from, I feel like it came from a credible source. I mean, you can tell right there, she's just trying to jab somebody. Because if she heard that from somebody else, she would say, I got from a very reliable source that even Dre can't see Vaughn right now. I mean, she
Right.
plays things how she wants them to fit her narrative.
Right. And I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of her doing this type of stuff. And the only reason why she's doing this with Molly is because Molly is a bigger creator like her. You know what I'm saying? May not be as big as her, but Molly still gets as many people watching her as Katie. That's what I'm trying to say. So I feel like she's just trying to make sure that people don't trust Molly versus her. Like, everybody come over to me. Don't listen to anything that Molly has to say. Come over to me. Even last night, and I'll see if I can find this clip. There was someone up on panel with her, and I can't remember his name, but this was yesterday.
Manny?
And yes, and she asked him, she's like, so you're not like Molly Golightly and going to people's houses and things like that, because I don't get down with that. That's throwing Molly under the bus too.
Oh my God.
Why would you say something like that to this man? You're basically saying, I don't get down with that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just too lazy to do that kind of stuff, which is completely a contradiction. But regardless, you're still talking badly about Molly, saying that she's just this horrible person that goes to people's houses and different things like that. And it's not right. And you keep sitting here saying that you're close with the family, that you've done these things for the family. I don't like that, because it really does make the family look bad. It does. And it takes away from the focus being of Vaughn.
Exactly. And it's funny that
for somebody like her to be covering this case, she literally has turned this whole case about her.
Yeah.
And it's sick. It's sick.
Absolutely. It's funny too how she'll bash somebody for actually like going where cases are happening and trying to, whether it's figuring out the layout type stuff with the Summer Wells case, or trying to talk to the parents, or the Brian Laundrie stuff, trying to get the parents to come out and say where he is or whatever. Of course, she doesn't do that stuff. But in my opinion, I feel that she's probably had a lot of people swatted. So, I'd rather have somebody go down and try to see where the case is happening and get more personal experience, like information that way, than swat people because you're pissed at them.
Right. And that's Molly's choice. Molly can do that. That was just pointless for her to even say. That was pointless. And she only did that to throw Molly under the bus, to make her look bad. You don't have to make others look bad. You're right, this isn't a competition, but yet she's making it a competition. And now she's getting to a point where not only is she exploiting everything about this case, but now she's exploiting Vaughn's family and lying. And you can't do stuff like that. They're wrestling out there, you guys. If you hear them, sorry.
They're just having fun, boys being boys.
Right. And also, did she show a picture of Dre's house last night? I'm pretty sure she did. She has people taking pictures of the Duggars in the hospital. She has people that do what Molly does for her. Wow. It is. It's very heartbreaking.
Sorry, there's a vehicle driving by. Do you mean like, did KJ show the house?
Yeah, picture of the house.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she had pulled, because I know like there had been pictures of people showing like the shed, like from the realtor.com thing, because people are trying to figure out like the height of it and stuff like that. And then I think KJ had showed that. And then I believe she showed like the front of it, because I think she even said like, oh, look, there's Vaughn's truck and there's the trailer, if I recall correctly.
See, I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't agree with anybody doing that, period. I don't think her house should be shown. The shed, that's different. But the house,
Right.
no. That's wrong. And she does it in a very sneaky way. You know,
right.
Go ahead.
Didn't she? I thought, and actually Llama Girl might know this better than I do because she's good at keeping track of information and stuff, but didn't KJ even like accidentally dox their address at one point? I know that, I believe Molly accidentally did one time when they were trying to figure out like the shed thing, but didn't KJ put out a form, like either it was like the police report or something? I thought it was, somebody said something like either on Twitter or on IG or something like that.
Really? I didn't know anything about that.
And yeah, it looked like Llama Girl said in chat, yes, she did. So, because I couldn't confirm that, but I had heard a lot of people talking about it. So
somebody had told me that she literally showed her house. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Oh, she did for sure. I saw it last night. Yeah, it showed the front part. You can see the driveway. You can see like it's like taken from the street. It's from Google Earth. Like, you know how you can do like where you're walking down the street, not like where you're looking from the sky, but you're just walking down the street. That's like how it was taken. It's kind of a darker picture, almost like it's actually, you know, it's strange. It's almost like it was taken at night. The one picture that she showed, if I recall correctly.
That is so sick. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that in no way, shape, or form. Nobody should be doing that. Hold on. Because I'm going to read this one more time, you guys. Make sure you guys all go follow Llama Girl on Twitter too. I just linked her channel or her Twitter. Make sure you guys go follow her. She's amazing. I want to bring this up real quick. Boys. Oh my God. That's all I do. I'm the only girl in the house, you guys. It's not easy.
So Carol, I just noticed you said Katie didn't do that. It was in the police report. But the thing is that KJ puts out so much information that she knows what she should read and what she should redact because she's a journalist / reporter. And so she's been doing this forever. Like she puts out court filings and all sorts of stuff, for like, 24/7 basically. So she knows what she needs to redact. So I was just saying that I thought that she had accidentally done that at one point. I think she ended up deleting it and maybe fixing it, but I'd heard that she did it at one point.
I was told she did dox Stray. That her address was on something that she posted and she never took it down.
Yeah, I don't know if she took it down or not. I just know that I'd heard, I hadn't actually seen it myself, just that I'd heard that had happened. And I guess I just kind of assumed if you're a nice person that you would pull it down and redact it and then put it back up versus just leaving it up. But then again, maybe she didn't.
And I want proof that she's a journalist. I don't believe she's a journalist, in my opinion.
I thought she just used to be like a blogger.
Yeah. I want proof. I don't think she's a journalist. Nobody is irresponsible like her. A journalist would know better than to do the things that she does, in my opinion. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show this again. She is not a journalist in any sense of the word. Right, Joey? You guys crack me up. Let me share my screen. Okay. I'm going to read this one last time just so you guys can hear it again, because there's some people that didn't hear it yet. Today, Without a Crystal Ball has spent hours helping multiple family members of Vaughn McCray and the kids. Due to the sensitivity of the situation, the rampant rumors that have been circulating, I wanted to clear up a few issues. Number one, Letitia Bias has retained an attorney. Molly Golightly already announced that yesterday. The lawyer is not working pro bono. Nobody said the lawyer was working pro bono. Letitia signed the legal contract with the lawyer this morning. Due to the situation moving into the court, Letitia has been advised not to speak out at this time. She's been advised probably not to speak to you without a crystal ball.
She was definitely told that tonight.
She might have been told that, but she was definitely advised not to speak to her. Katie
That's
Joy.
what I'm saying. Yeah, she was told, like, be careful, like, to talk to KJ.
Number two, I have spoken to the person that helped facilitate the lawyer for Letitia. I have asked them to contact the lawyer to see if they can set up a trust for people to donate directly to rather than the fundraiser. You know what? I never realized the whole malicious intent in this statement.
Right.
So you're basically saying that Letitia's not going to be trusted to be able to manage the money and give that money to the attorney versus just having a completely separate fund so it can go directly to the attorney.
And it's not like she lives locally, you know?
Right.
If she lived locally, maybe that would make sense, but she lives in a totally different state. Like, she has to travel. She has to figure out either airfare or driving, and then she has to figure out where she's going to stay. And then she has to figure out food and all that stuff. So I could understand if she lived there locally, like, yeah, maybe that would make make good sense. But when you have to travel and there's lots of other expenses, a rental car, she lives in Georgia. And so I don't know, like, how long of a drive or flight that would be, but having a GoFundMe where everybody can see where it goes. And if anything does get, strange or whatever, GoFundMe has a really good policy with stuff. So that's a safe way to do it. And you know what? If people want to donate to her Cash App too, that's fine too. This is the one thing, when people donate to people, usually they donate and they know that, like, oh, maybe this person might use it for food. Maybe they'll use it for lodging. Maybe they'll use it for a car. Maybe they'll use it to, honestly, I wouldn't give two shits if I donated to her and she just wanted to go get her nails done or something, just to take her mind off of stuff, like, when people donate, they usually donate without any conditions. It's KJ who's thinking in her mind, like, oh, well, it's just weird. But yet KJ goes and donates to the GoFundMe, which is, I sent you a screenshot of that. So it's just funny. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that was a very nice statement, because you're basically implying that she can't be trusted for the money to go directly to her, for her to do the right thing. That was a very malicious, ignorant statement, in my opinion. Okay, number 3. Letitia and Vaughn's family do not know where he is at this time. Letitia had not been notified by anyone that the hospital was locked down. The location that Vaughn had been is now telling people that he is not there. I want to see proof. I want to see proof of that, because I think she's lying.
He never was involved.
Right. How would she know?
How would she know? Exactly. Well, she's basically saying that she spoke with the parents and they don't know where his whereabouts is. And Letitia had not been notified by anyone, which is his mother. Well, I could see how Letitia wouldn't be notified, though, because she won't even let his mother see him. right?
She's playing with y'all.
Right.
The location that
She's-
Vaughn had
she's
been
playing with
is
y'all.
now telling people that he is not there. Yeah, how would she know that?
But I could also understand if a hospital does have him, and let's say they're getting bombarded with calls or people coming in or flowers being sent or whatever it might be, it would make sense for somebody to be like, oh, he's not here. Because they're not only
Right.
trying to protect Vaughn's safety, they're trying to protect their staff as well and other patients.
Exactly. Yep. I agree with that. Okay, number 4, Vaughn's status is not known. No one outside of Dre knows what Vaughn's medical status is at this time. I don't believe that either. And the reason why I don't believe that is because how would she know? Does she talk to Dre?
I doubt
How do
it.
you know? Like, how do you know that Dre is the only one that knows his medical status at this time? That's another lie. Number 5. Allegedly, it's a lie. There is 100% an open and active DCS case with Andrea McCray related to the kids. Due to confidentiality of the case, there is no details that can be released. However, the father of the girls was notified of the investigation yesterday. So basically, you were in communication with the father.
Yeah, but I'm 99% sure that she had already. Okay, so here's what's funny. Remember, if anybody watched parts of her lives from before, she talked about how she had been in contact with Dre's ex-husband and that there had been an investigation and that because remember she said allegedly the kids have to see a pediatrician within 10 days.
Yes. How would she know that? There's no way that
Right.
she would have ever known that information. Because CPS, they don't give out information like that. And that's why Molly said there's no way that she can confirm that. She couldn't confirm like these things that Without a Crystal Ball was saying. And I think she may have been on her panel when she said it, if I'm not mistaken. Number 6, there are multiple family members that are working behind the scenes to ensure the safety of both Vaughn and the kids. This means many of them will not be speaking out publicly because emergency court filings are expected to be coming in days. That's another lie. First of all, none of Vaughn's family was speaking out. Well, what are you talking about? There are multiple family members that are working behind the scenes. This means many of them will not be speaking publicly because emergency court filings. If you're going to say these types of statements, put something to back it up. Like when you say these types of things, you should be able to back it up. And I don't believe anything that you say. Nobody believes anything that you say. But it's very funny the way that you use your wording Without a Crystal Ball, because you can sit there and say there is an open, active DCS case with Andrea related to the kids, but due to confidentiality of the case. But just the other day, you had confidentiality details of the case, right? You had details of the case. You said they had to do something within 10 days and all that shit, right? This is you backtracking to save your ass. You publicly said that they had to go to a pediatrician within 10 days. So now you're basically saying due to confidentiality of the case, there are no details. But didn't you just have details the other day?
Yeah.
However, you put the father of the girls was notified of the investigation yesterday. That's you basically saying that you talked to the father and you're basically saying he's the one that confirmed it for you. So everything that you just said up until the point of the father of the girls was notified of the investigation, that's you basically saying that you know details, right? You are such a snake.
Well,
You're
she already said that she'd been talking to him and that he'd been at one point something like he was only going to be talking to her or something, but I know that wasn't true because he was talking to other people, because I already knew about the CPS thing prior to today. So
right. Wow. Okay, the family. Wait a minute. And where am I at? Okay. The family is seeking any and all video that contains no writing of the kids being given KT, and where Andrea speaks about the mental and physical health of the children. There's considerable need for a video where Dre stated that her oldest daughter was S and she used biofeedback and herbs to help. So you're basically saying that there is evidence out there to prove that she was giving K to the kids, and you want people to send it to you. Number 8, the family is also, you see here how you keep saying the family? Why don't you just say you? You, not the family, you. The family is also seeking videos without writing that shows Andrea in the hospital giving Vaughn anything through his tube or in his mouth. They are also seeking videos where she discusses giving Vaughn unapproved herbs or medication outside of the doctor's orders. Are you freaking serious? What makes me mad is you keep saying the family. The family. No, it's you, Katie. You're the one who wants all of these things. So you can turn it into content. Okay? That's why. Number 9, anyone with information that can help the family with the above videos, please send them to me via Messenger. I will forward them directly to the people in need. Whoa, 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 whoa. You changed this. It didn't say that before. I don't remember it saying that before. It might have when I read it the first time, but it seems as though you changed this.
which part?
Where she says, number 9, anyone with information that can help the family with the above videos, please send them to me via Messenger. I will forward them directly to the people in need. I don't remember her saying
I don't remember that. I don't remember that last part.
Me neither. I remember her saying, anyone with information that can help the family with the above video. Hey, I screenshot the shit.
Does
So
it say
I'll just-
edited at the top?
Let me look. No, it doesn't. So I guess it would say edited. I don't remember that being in there, you guys. I don't.
Really quick about the GoFundMe thing. So somebody had said in the comments, like, oh, it's because GoFundMe takes 5%. Well, sometimes, or it takes a percentage, whatever. Sometimes something like this, the small percentage that GoFundMe takes, given the fact that it's such a large platform and it can be shared so easily with so many different areas, that small percentage doesn't matter. And obviously it didn't matter to Letitia, because when she set it up, she knew that they would keep a small percentage, because that's what happened. It's like with YouTube. You use YouTube as a platform, even though when you start making money, they keep a percentage of it because it's a larger platform versus going on smaller, avenues to try to get, the word out or whatever. Sometimes you pay that small amount and the person doesn't care because it's the bigger cause at the end of the day. And then the other part was saying something like, she wants to keep track of the what was it? I can't find it now, but it was basically something about wanting to keep track of, like,
You cut out. I think she cut out, you guys. I don't know what happened. Oh, that's true, Heather Knuckle. That's true. The post has been deleted, so you wouldn't be able to see. That's true. That's very true. Not this post, though. This post wasn't deleted. The post with the other post with Molly Golightly, that's the one that was deleted. Okay, I don't know where Goose went, but I'm just going to continue reading this. Number 10. All family members that were in need of lawyers have now retained lawyers and are moving forward with legal proceedings. Please allow this to play out in court versus bombarding CPS or the hospitals. Duh. But the problem is when you turn it into content, it causes more outrage. When you continue to turn these things into content and when it causes outrage, it makes people want to call CPS. That's what I'm saying. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm doing what I can to help facilitate in any way that I can. I also want to be transparent and factual at all times. This is not about headlines. This is about getting justice for Vaughn and the kids. If it's about getting justice for Vaughn and the kids, then why do you keep lying? That's the thing. Why do you keep, it seems like, maliciously trying to make them look bad? And also, it says Today Without a Crystal Ball has spent hours helping multiple families of Vaughn McCray and the kids. Due to the sensitivity of the situation, which you yourself, without a crystal ball, admits that this is a very sensitive case, right? So due to the sensitivity of the situation, and the rampant rumors that have circulated, I wanted to clear up a few issues. So who is it talking? Because it says Today Without a Crystal Ball, but yet I is in here. Due to the sensitivity of the situation and the rampant rumors that have circulated, I wanted to clear up a few issues. So why start it off as if somebody's speaking for you, but yet you're speaking for yourself? Just saying. Lord. Hold on. I think that's Goose, because she dropped off. What happened? Okay. There's two of them. Hello? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Right. We know it's KJ and only KJ, but if you're going to start it off as if somebody's speaking for you, then why do you keep saying I? It's obviously you speaking for yourself. You're acting as though it starts as if, in a third person, but yet you're speaking for yourself. Make it make sense, sweetie. Like, Exposed just posted 11 hours ago of Given. Exposed, she forgets that she likes to use third person and the royal we as if the head of the major journalistic corporation. I don't know what happened.
It just I didn't even realize that it had booted me out, and because I wasn't looking at my phone, and I'm just like, I'm talking, and I look down at my phone, and I'm like, wait, it's the homepage of my phone. What happened? So fortunately, I had texted it to myself, so I had the link still. But yeah, so the person in chat, though, what they were saying is that KJ wanted to make up a page, I guess, and then show where the costs were going. And I just feel like that's just totally unnecessary. I feel like,
yeah, I don't think that that's right.
Yeah,
I don't think that that is fair to Letitia, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but given the stress that she's going through, I would be more than happy to be like, hey, do you want to get your hair done? Do you want to get your nails done? I understand that some people might be like, oh my gosh, so that's the last thing she should be thinking about. Well, you know what? When you can't spend 24/7 in the hospital with your loved one, and you're sitting at home going, oh my God, I don't even know what's going on with him. I don't know, I have no information at all. Like, I would love to be able to say, like, hey, here, go do something nice for yourself. Like, take 3 hours and go get a pedicure and a manicure, just so then she's, distracted and stuff. And I don't want somebody to have to be like, oh, I spent, $50-$60 getting a manicure and a pedicure, that's not our business.
I feel like if she was to give us some kind of reason to question of what she does with, if she did something malicious or whatever, then okay, maybe we would want to see where the money is going. But she has not given anybody any reason to question if she's doing something, malicious with the money or not using it for what it's given for. You know what I mean?
And I guess, like, because she has a past where she got in trouble with some things having to do with finances. And so, and again, it's her past. And I think, it wouldn't surprise me if now all of a sudden KJ comes out and starts announcing that now if Letitia doesn't want to talk to her anymore. I could see her, being vindictive like that. And again, when we all decided to start, trying to create a fund for the attorney stuff. And what was kind of cool is that Letitia didn't have to do this, but she sent a screenshot of all the funds that had been donated so far. Like, yeah, anybody could see what the GoFundMe amount was, but nobody knew what she was getting on Venmo or on her Cash App. But she sent it over to Molly, and so
I agree with Melly here, and it says I would literally be insulted. I guarantee KJ is telling the mother that that this is what would be best when it's KJ who is not trusting. She knows her background and it's absolutely judging her. And I agree because she does have a background of that.
Yep.
So really that's KJ doing that.
Yep.
Nobody else is, but that's KJ not trusting her. You know what I'm saying?
And then she's making other people think about that too. Like, why, you know what I mean? I just think that's as if this woman doesn't have enough stress on her plate, as if she's not thinking.
As if KJ's like the end all be all. You know what I mean? Like, it's not right.
Right. And she's probably going, oh my gosh, now people are going to start talking about my past even more, or they're going to bring up how I wasn't there for Vaughn all the time. I'm sure this woman is kicking herself 24/7 from back when she originally, and I don't know if people know the original story of when Vaughn stopped talking to her, but it was prior to them getting married. And Letitia had told Vaughn that she was concerned because this woman, I believe, was still married at the time, going through a divorce, and she had 2 children, and Letitia was concerned. And she said, just like, I'm sure you would say this to your boys, if you're 21, you're
on the last live, she's a mother, and any mother would question a woman who was 5 years older than her son. He was only 21. She was 5 years older. She already had 2 children. She had already been in the process of getting a divorce. Any mother would question that, especially given how young he was. And she got Vaughn at a very young age, meaning it's easy to manipulate someone like that. So her mother had every right to be concerned. It means listen to your parents. As I said in the last live stream or the live stream before, listen to your parents, because we normally never do. But my mother warned me about my ex. And guess what? I had to find out the hard way. And people do find things out the hard way. And it's just unfortunate that it had to be this way for Vaughn. And I'm sure that Letitia is so upset. Like, I can't imagine how that woman feels right now.
Right? Like, that's what I keep thinking about, because,
I can't imagine.
Just the hate she's getting for not having been there. And then, but also people don't realize that when she warned Vaughn, then that's when he kind of pulled away. And people don't know that it's coming to light more because of what Dre has said to like her members and stuff. But like, she was in charge of like his social media, at times his cell phone, like. And I saw this one comment, he was a grown man. I left with the clothes on my back. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, first off, your story is not like everybody else's. Obviously, you know my story, Teaya, and but like it is not that easy for a person who's going through domestic abuse to just leave, especially when you have zero access to your finances. You don't have family close by. You don't have a vehicle because you can't drive because for some strange reason, when you decided to start trying to leave your wife, you started having seizures. I mean, it's just, I hate it when people like victimize, like they go after the victim. It's like, no, just the person who, you know, in my opinion, caused a lot of the issues was Dre. And I think it's sad that it was very apparent that, you know, even at times when he just wanted a break, you know, saying like, I feel like if I stay here, I'm not going to wake up. And she's trying to twist that and make it look like, see, he was talking about unaliving himself then. I actually think what he was saying is if he stays here, he's worried he might not wake up because of how she was treating him. You know, I mean, there's two sides to the coin. There's always two ways to look at something. And I
think with that whole situation, she was 16 years old with 2 children. And we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And she was trying to feed her children. And that doesn't matter. All of those things are irrelevant. It does not matter. It does not mean that she should be kept away from her son, especially during this critical and emotional time. And I cannot imagine how she feels to not be able to, see him, hold him, and knowing that in the back of her mind, she never trusted Dre.
right.
It is a horrible feeling as a mother when you know how somebody is and you watch it play out in real time where you've warned them in the beginning and then they start going through the things that you've warned them about. There's nothing like that feeling of watching it and being like, oh my Lord Jesus, I wish I could save this person. I wish I could just pull them away. And I seriously believe that that's why she wouldn't give him that $2,000, because
Absolutely.
I think that he was going to go home with that. I think he was going to take that $2,000, get a plane ticket, and go home and see his parents. Maybe he wouldn't have came back. Do you know all of the emotions and all of the things that are playing out in this woman's head because her son is laying in a hospital bed fighting for his life? I couldn't even imagine how she feels. So this woman has no reason to be questioned at this point. She hasn't given us any reason to think that she would do anything with that money besides what she's supposed to do. But even if there is something extra left over, just like you said, Goose, go get your nails done. Go do something for yourself. She deserves it. She deserves
it. Yeah. I think too that, we have to think too also that it's not even that she can't go see her son. Like she literally has zero information. Like she can't even find out. She can't even ask the doctors any questions, I mean, I just think about that part and I'm like, oh my God, it's hard enough to not be able to see your child, but then to not get any answers, like, you can't confirm, like, is it really as bad as what we're hearing? Or is there any chance? Or, what tests have they done? What tests are they going to do? What treatments have they tried? What could they still try? Like she literally is at home just trying to get the time to go as fast as possible so that she can eventually hopefully get some answers.
And it's a shame that she had to go. It's a shame that she had to go through all of this, that she had to go through getting an attorney and all of these things just to see her son. She shouldn't even have to be going through this right now. Excuse me. She should be allowed to see her son. She shouldn't have to get money to try to get money, setting up a GoFundMe. If she was allowed to see her son, I don't even think that this would be as big as it is. But this all started because this man is in a coma and his whole family found out through social media, and she kept his mother away from him. That's how this whole thing started. She shouldn't have to be going through all this stuff to see her child.
Right. The mother and the father, and father got to see him like one time, I guess, like at midnight. He stayed there the whole day. And then when Dre left, he was finally able to see him just briefly. But, it just makes you wonder that much more. If you're this great person and you're taking such great care of your hubby, why can't you let his parents see him? Like, I mean,
Right.
you know, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe you're worried about something, but that shows such an evil side of you when you're not going to let either of his parents see him and know
Right.
that, like, I mean, I'm sure his parents would have even been like, hey, we want to, if she said like, I want a security guard or a nurse in there. Okay. I'm sure they would have been like, that's cool. Just let me see my son. I don't care. Bring in the whole police department to watch me see my son. I don't care. Just let me in there.
And thank you so much for sending me this. That I don't know if Facebook changed something to where they don't put edited anymore, but she did edit that post. She edited it. It's very clear. Number 10. She edited this. The family is seeking. Yep. I knew she did. I knew what I read was different. Hold on one second, you guys. I just have to figure this out because it's gonna bother me. I need to look and see something here. I'm gonna pull it up one more time. I'm not gonna read it, I just want to pull it up. And I screenshot it, but I don't know why the screenshot's not coming up. I gotta figure out why my computer does that because I don't know if it takes time to load. I'm going to read this post too. It says, thank you to everyone that sent videos about the kids. My source says that I have more than enough at this point. Your source. Okay. The goal is to make sure the kids are safe. No one wants the children harmed considering what has happened to Vaughn. At this point, when there is an update that is either from the court or the family, I will update about the situation. Vaughn still needs a voice and justice. Let's keep let's keep up the momentum to make sure justice is received for Vaughn and the kids. I just wanted to read that real quick. She posted that 3 hours ago.
I'm
Okay,
going to hop down just really quick.
That's
Sorry to
okay.
interrupt, but Carrie has to help her mom. So I'm going to hop down into the chat.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for coming up.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen here because I need to see this real quick because it's going to bother me. Okay. I need to look at number 10. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, there has been an edit, but looks like it was with the numbers. The numbers are different. It seems as though something was added, maybe, because it's different. I will post a video and show you guys what was edited. So I don't think the words were edited, but the numbers are edited. It's almost as if they're out of order, like she added something to the, and it's different than the way it currently is, if that makes sense to you guys. But I will post that or I will make a video out of it and show you where it's edited if I feel like it's important. And another thing that I do want to know, and somebody asked that as well, is what is in writing? You want something sent to you without being in writing? I don't understand that either. It doesn't make any sense. What do you mean without in writing? That is weird. That is a very good question too. Basically, the family is seeking any and all video that contains no writing of the kids being given K. No writing. What does that mean? If anybody knows what that means, let me know, because I have no idea what that means. Okay, let's read some of the comments. I'm sorry if I've been missing you guys' comments. Thank you guys all for being here. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. If I missed a comment, please put it down in the comment. Again, if I missed your comments and you think it's very important for me to see it. I wouldn't be able to work in her situation. She needs everything she can get. Amen, Heather. She is a grown woman. She is probably preparing in case she has to have a funeral for him. That's true, which is so heartbreaking. Makes me so mad every time I hear that. He works with her and you're going to withhold money from him. That is so freaking abusive. It is, Anastasia. It is so, it's just, she completely emasculated him. Erica says she knows where he is, but she can't speak to the doctors. Annie says it's just sad all around. It is. It is very sad. And says, see somebody like without a crystal ball exploiting it just makes you even more mad. If anything, Vaughn's mother should be allowed to see him. Dre should be banned until an investigation is done. I can agree with that, Erica, because how I look at it is like this. I think, and you guys can tell me what you think in the comments. Hold on. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments, but I think that if you really look at the bigger picture here, do you really think that there would have initially been this huge outrage for this case if it didn't start with Dre not letting the parents see him? Do you think that people would still be talking about this case and it would have blown up as much as it has? In my opinion, how this case got started is simply by the fact that Dre literally was live and publicly said, get security, his parents aren't allowed to be here. And I think that outraged a lot of people. And then people started making groups and more people started seeing, Dre's ways and what she was doing and her erratic behavior. And then that's what brought attention to it. But this all started because she wouldn't let Vaughn's parents even see him, right? That's what I think caused so much outrage in this case, because a majority of people were mothers. And to see a wife deprive her husband of seeing his family, of seeing his mother, the woman who gave birth to him, if it wasn't for his mother, he wouldn't even be here, to do something like that. That's why everybody started looking so much more deeply into the case. I think her not being so public and not letting his parents see him brought attention to the case, but it blew up because of Dre's behavior. So let me know if you agree with me on that. Yes, it's so heartbreaking. She's keeping him alive for clout. She is putting things in the feeding tube. She rubbed her spit on him. The mother went to see him, and after her time ran out, she went back home and then was told and then it stopped, Cody. I do think there is clout involved with, I have a lot of reasons as to why I feel like she is keeping him alive. This whole thing is awful. I've followed the McCrays for years. The cute skits, this blows my mind. Yes, the skits with her, and that's kind of when I stopped watching it with her and Vaughn as an old couple. They were so funny, so talented. It's very sad. I watched them for years too, Ruby. The hospital went on lockdown. She has moved him 5 times. I know. They're never going to get closure either. Exactly. They're never going to be able to get closure. And it's just so heartbreaking. She demanded Vaughn's mother to apologize. Vaughn's mother doesn't owe her an apology for anything. She should be apologizing to the parents for what she has done. Exactly, Erica. She's the one who stopped them from being able to, and thank God her father, Vaughn's father, was able to see him, but she still stopped the mother from seeing him. Then went publicly and bashed this mother, bashed Vaughn's mother, bashed Letitia, saying what a horrible mother she was, and ultimately talking about how this mother, how Letitia, owed her money. And that's what she turned her whole video into. She owed us money. And she's this horrible person. She literally bashed Letitia, made Letitia look like she was horrible, made Letitia look like she was just this piece of shit mom because she wasn't there. For goodness sake, she made mistakes. She was 16 years old. That does not mean that you have a right to keep her from her son. On mobile, there is a drop down and you can view edit history. Thank you for telling me that, Lacey. I will do that as soon as this is done. I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah, but it's hard to tell what she edited, especially because it's so long. It is, but the numbers are different. And I'm going to show you guys in a video. I'm going to make a video of it. The numbers are different as if she added something or I don't know what she did, but it's definitely different. Dots on that post. Yeah, but it's hard to tell what she oh, I already read that. Duh. I feel she needs to speak up and tell the doctors so they can try to help Vaughn in his condition. Only she knows what happened. Only she knows. Amen. Llama Girl, I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss. I imagine it never gets easier, so this must be really tough for you to see. Oh, I'm sorry, Llama Girl. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry. If you'd like to tell me, you got my email. But you'll be in my prayer, sweetie. I also want to know why the following held onto all this evidence and didn't think of turning it over until now, even if they turned it over in private to the authorities. I agree. I think that there's a lot of things, and I said that on Molly Golightly's panel earlier, that I don't understand how Dre has gotten so far with her behavior. Her behavior isn't recent. It's just blown up because we're now paying attention to it. But Dre has always been like this. It's one of the reasons why I stopped watching her. She has always been like this. I didn't know she was playing doctor and telling people that she can cure diabetes and cure AIDS and cure cancer, probably cancer too. She, giving people recommendations, telling them all these types of things. That is crossing some serious boundaries. She's not a doctor. So I'm surprised that she has made it this far and has accumulated so many followers over her false pretenses of saying, basically pretending as though she's a doctor and giving advice like she's a doctor. There are so many people, and I'm pretty sure Justice for All said that there's people who drank the Kool-Aid, so to speak, and was very much a supporter of Dre, and they would get these herbs and they'd end up getting sick. I guess one lady said she fell to the ground so sick when she started taking the things that Dre suggested. And in my opinion, like I said, I'm just very surprised that she has been able to last as long as she has. It's very, very surprising to me. Like, I'm surprised nobody has shut her down or anything, because you can't give medical advice. I can't be on here. I could say, in my opinion, allegedly, I feel like she has definitely something wrong with her. But I can't diagnose Dre. You have a responsibility when you have a platform. I say this all the time. As a creator, you have a responsibility. And the bigger your audience gets, the more responsibility you have as a creator. And with Dre, her platform obviously grew and she got bigger. And the bigger it got, the worse she got, because she's acting as though she's a doctor, telling people to get this, telling people she can cure diabetes, she can cure all of these things. And I'm just surprised that she was able to last as long as she has. And she's, she still has some hardcore supporters. She stood there purposely till midnight, and the nurse brought the dad in and saw his condition. Right. When she was called out. Who? Without a crystal ball, Cody? Breaks my heart for Vaughn and the kids. It does. It's a very, very heartbreaking and sensitive case. I have that original post. She definitely edited it. I thought she did, Erica. And I'll do a side-by-side in a video and show you guys. She was also called out for starting rumors. She's been starting a lot of rumors, including that post today, Cody. Squidward, hey y'all, just woke my back up because my sleep schedules. Just woke back up because of my sleep schedule, but I'll catch what I missed on the replay later. Hope everyone is well today. Thank you for being here, Squidward. I appreciate you. Go to the header of the post. Are there 3 dots there? To pull down the menu, that's where you'll see the edit history. I will definitely do that. As a matter of fact, I'll do it now. Hold on. It's very odd no one found her suspicious. And that's what I'm saying. It's odd that she was able to make it as long as she has, in my opinion. Hey, Muzz. I was literally just talking about this today. It may not seem fair and may not be fair. It may not be fair, but life isn't fair. And you have to be responsible with your platform. Exactly. And that goes for Dre McCray. And that also goes for Without a Crystal Ball. You have a responsibility, and your responsibility is you have to be very, very cautious with what you tell to your audience. You do. You have to be cautious of what you say. You have to be cautious of what you say about others, because it can backfire on you. She smuggled D and malnourished all of them. So many questionable things. Amen. As a matter of fact, and I can't take credit for this, but this is such a serious, like literally my head went ding, 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 because he's very smart. I really love Justice for All. That's his channel. And he said, why is it that everyone in that family, the dogs, the chickens, her daughter, and obviously her husband, why is it that everyone in that family is having seizures except for her? Why is that? And that's a good question. And I hadn't thought about that before. She's the only one that's not getting sick or getting seizures. And to me, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, Munchausen by proxy, you guys, is serious. And I personally, and this is all allegedly my opinion, I really do feel like watching her, she has Munchausen by proxy. And the number one thing to look out for with Munchausen by proxy, it's normally typically women. And they always say that they're doctors. They always say that they're in they have some kind of medical profession or medical background, a nurse practitioner, a doctor. And if you've heard Dre McCray say many times, I'm the doctor of this family. I'm the one who knows everything. She even thinks the doctors don't know shit, right? Those are all signs of Munchausen by proxy, allegedly, in my opinion. Just saying. Can she not get in trouble for not having the kids in school? She's admitted she doesn't even school them at home. I have heard that she doesn't send the kids to school and but I heard that she was homeschooling them at home. If she's not doing homeschooling them at home, I would assume that she would get in trouble for that by law. And if it's true, this is all alleged, but if it's true that CPS is stepping in, that's something that they're going to see for sure. There's a lot of similarities between Dre and KJ. They both seem to be able to fool a lot of people and manipulate the situation to make it appear they are the victim. Amen. Amen, Holade. I always love what you say. That's not true. She's been sick too. Has she had seizures, Jessica? Has she had seizures? If she's had seizures, then I stand corrected, sweetheart. Raza doesn't have seizures, but definitely is malnourished. Right. And I'm just saying it's very odd that these people around her are having seizures, but she's not. I didn't say everybody in the family. And I'm pretty sure I didn't say the little boy's name either. I don't even like saying their names. I'm just saying that there's people around her that are having seizures, and she's the only one who's not. She has a PhD from Slay University. She pulled them from K through 12 to attend Slay University, she said. No, she didn't. Are you freaking serious? Heavy metals cause seizures as well. Really? A plant-based diet is not malnourishing. This kid's, it's a lifestyle. She's feeding them. Well, Jessica, you are allowed to be entitled to your opinion, okay? As long as you're respectful. Some states only require like a notarized statement and possibly a yearly test. I didn't know that. Well, I'm talking about seizures, Jessica. You got to pay attention. That's what I'm talking about. It's been believed KJ has Munchausen. She once said that she knows more about how her son should be treated than his own doctors. That's not good. She took them out of K-12. She admitted it on a live. She thinks school is a waste of time. I disagree with that. Other health issues. That's why she chose to go alkaline vegan. Well, I do know that she chose to go alkaline vegan. I'm saying the chicken had a seizure. The dog had a seizure. Her husband was having seizures. And obviously, allegedly, her daughter was having seizures. I'm saying it's weird that people around her are having seizures and she's not. That's what I'm talking about. I believe she was in the kitchen when she said it. If you can find me that video, please send it to me. She did say Slay University. No, but she has been physically sick from different strains. I don't agree with a lot of Dre. However, I'm starting to see a whole lot of people using this sad situation to make money and clickbait. Prove me wrong. She's not feeding them. She's starving them and feeding them poison. I found out what was edited. She took the original number 5, which was about Molly saying she couldn't confirm the hospital was on lockdown. I thought so. I'm still going to do a comparison, but thank you, X Sparkle. Is it X Sparkle F Baby X? I like that name. Alkaline vegan is not meant for long periods of time. I don't know anything about alkaline vegan, but we will start talking about it. Yes, KJ said that read doctors. The docs wanted to remove Vaughn's feeding tube, but KJ knows better, and instead he keeps it, right? KJ knows everything. Vegan and this diet she's on are two totally different things. Yes, vegan is different than alkaline vegan, completely different. I think she used the animals as guinea pigs. She crazy. I love to go live with you. I have been following her since she crazy. I love to go live with you. I have been following her since 2016. Email me. I just plant and see what happens. Is that what it says. I just plant and see what happens. Email me, sweetie. That poor boy's eyes, and he is not anywhere near the size that a 7-year-old should be. Was she giving the animals that K too? I'm not sure. Just because she's alkaline vegan does not mean her kids should be eating like that. Daughter has seizures, was on seizure meds long before Dre started with the herbs. Alkaline vegan should not be done for 2 weeks. Alkaline vegan should only be done for 2 weeks. I'm going to do some research about alkaline vegan, and we'll talk about that tomorrow too. Have you seen the video where Raza says it feels like he can't breathe from? No. You guys, my email is in here. You guys can email me anything that you want. The daughter's father said he feels Dre was making up seizures. Dre said that for herself. That's a red flag. She told all on her own. Oh, I didn't know that. KJ makes money any way she can. Amen. There's my email, you guys. Anybody can message me. Yes, she was giving the animals K. I didn't know that. Really? Oh, yeah, she was. The dog, too, wasn't she? Most vegan supplement protein and other things that a person body needs, which the diet that she is doing doesn't provide. This diet is not recommended for children or longer than 2. You seem to know a lot about that, Heather. Is it Kunki? You need to message me. Maybe you can come on live with me and we can talk about alkaline vegan, because I don't know anything about it. She tells him in videos to drink that tea, boy. Well, here's something that I want to show you guys. Okay. And I was going to do this earlier, but I'm going to do this now because I know you guys have probably heard this 1,000 times, but I have a kind of a different take on it. And I want to talk about it real quick before I wrap this up. I can talk to you guys for hours and hours because you guys, literally, I just love talking to you guys. I think you guys are starting to understand me. Some of you guys are new here, and welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Time is precious. Time is very, very precious. And the fact that you would want to spend a little bit of your time with me this late means everything to me. Hope you guys know that. And even want to listen to what I have to say. I think you guys just thank you so much. But it means a lot to me. And it doesn't matter if there's 5 people in here or 150. It always means the world to me. But I've been wanting to talk about a couple recordings. I don't want to take the recordings that KJ did that was exclusively for her, because if I do that, then she might strike me or something. But I want to show you guys this. Want you guys to hear this clip, and I would like to get you guys' opinion on it, okay? So hold on.
That's cool, but you cussing and yelling at me is not cool.
Can you please shut up? Stop talking to me. That's what's driving me crazy.
Because what? So. Because I'm trying to work on a solution for whatever's going on.
Shit with your damn self.
Yes, I am,
you
God.
You don't give a fuck about me. You never did.
I don't.
All you do is use me for your own.
Go. That's cool. cool, but you cussing and yelling at me is not cool.
Can you please shut up? Stop talking to me. That's what's driving me crazy.
Because what? So. Because I'm trying to work on a solution for whatever's going on.
Shit with your damn self.
Yes, I am,
you
God.
You don't give a fuck about me. You never did.
I don't.
All you do is use me for your own goddamn thing.
I use you?
Fuck, bro.
Where is this even coming from? Where? How do I use you?
Oh my goodness, bro.
How do I use you, Vaughn?
Every fucking fuck this. Fuck this.
What? How do I use you, Vaughn? How do I use you?
Don't ask me shit, because you ain't gonna even want to know the fucking answer.
Of course I do.
You don't.
What do you mean?
I don't want to listen. You just want to hear yourself.
Vaughn, in what way? I'm here asking you questions.
You just want to fucking hear yourself.
How do I want to hear myself when I'm asking you questions? I literally want to know what I do to use you. For real. I use you and I've never cared about you? Where's this even coming from? Vaughn, where are you getting this? Please, I want you to talk. It's crazy how I'm asking you questions, Marvon. I'm asking you why you feel this way. Why do you think that? And you literally just keep saying, I want to hear myself. If I was talking, that would be different. This is crazy, Vaughn.
Go!
I wanted you guys to hear that. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for the super chat. I appreciate you, beautiful. And thank you. Was it Squidward? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try to leave it like this for a while, but I don't know how long because I'm a Gemini and I get tired of my hair looking the same. But the reason why I wanted you guys to listen to that, which I'm sure you guys have heard it like so many times, I do believe that Dre emasculated him and treated him as if he was the help. That's just my opinion. Because you have to understand that Dre wouldn't be where she is and she wouldn't have 626K people following her if it wasn't for Vaughn. The skits that he would do, he would watch the kids so she can go live constantly. I mean, come on, let's be real here. The woman was constantly live. If it wasn't for Vaughn, she wouldn't have built the success that she has. And I feel for Vaughn. I feel for him when he says, you're not even listening to me, because you can tell that Dre is all about herself and she only likes to hear herself talk. And if you listen to her in this audio, first of all, she recorded this, okay? And she was recording a lot of stuff. And we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Hey, Gladys, welcome, sweetie. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. But she recorded a lot of their arguments and things like that. And of course, if you listen to that audio, she's really not listening to him. She just wants to hear herself talk all the time. It's almost as if anything he says to her is going in one ear and out the other. You know how there's people who, when you have a conversation with them or you have a disagreement with them, let's put it that way, most people listen only to respond. They don't actually listen to what you have to say. They're waiting for you to be quiet so they can respond to you, so they can say what they have to say. And sometimes they're not even listening to you. And I feel for him because I really do feel like, towards the end of their relationship, and that's why everything that Dre has done is questionable, because towards the end of their relationship, he started seeing her for who she truly was. You have to remember, Vaughn was very young when he married Dre, and she kind of gave him an ultimatum into marrying her. And yes, this is the life he chose. And I'm always going to say that, you guys, because I'm not only an empath, but I'm also a realist. And this is the life he chose. This is the woman that he chose. However, I do truly believe that the reason why she's so shocked and saying this is crazy is because towards the end, he was finally standing up to her. He was finally standing up for himself. Because the older you get, the wiser you get for most people. Okay, not everybody. We don't want to give everybody that kind of credit, like Katie. But the older you get, the wiser you get. And I think the older he was getting, the more he realized, wow, this woman, it's very blatant that she was using him. If she wouldn't even let him have access to their funds as a married couple, what does that tell you? And I truly believe that that's the reason why she wouldn't give him the $2,000, because she knew he was going to take that $2,000, get on a plane, because he really did. Towards the end, he needed his family. He wanted to be with his family. He had nobody but Dre, because Dre made it that way. That's what all narcissists do. They literally isolate you from everyone because they don't want outsiders to see what's truly going on. They don't want outsiders giving their perspective. They don't want an outsider perspective. They don't want people. She didn't want people telling Vaughn, wait a minute, Vaughn, you don't have access to your funds. If it wasn't for you, she wouldn't be where she's at. No. That is why I truly feel like she was very much in shock. You know, there was an audio recording where she literally called the police on him because he took his computer. Just because he took his computer. That's ridiculous. But in the same sense, this is how I feel in my heart. I really truly feel that Vaughn wanted out because it sucks to be emasculated. It sucks to be in a relationship where you don't feel like a man. And I think that that's why she was so like in shock, like, this is crazy, Vaughn. This is crazy. It's crazy to her because it's like, wow, he's never acted this way before. Wow, he's never stood up for himself before. And now he was standing up for himself. But at some point, in my opinion, if it truly happened this way, and this is me looking at things from a different perspective and even looking at it from Dre's perspective, if he truly did this, it's because he felt like he had no way out. But according to his family, and I'm just saying this is allegedly because this is only what I heard, but according to his family, he would never do something like this. It's sad. It's very, very sad because I know how it is to be in a relationship with a narcissist, and they will literally drive you crazy, you guys. The more you start seeing their true colors, it drives you crazy. They're very calculated. She isolated him for a reason because she knows she wasn't doing right by him. She knows, and she didn't want anybody else to tell him that. But nobody else had to tell him because he was seeing it for himself. And imagine being so isolated where he had nothing left. And I'm pretty sure he even said that in a text. He had nothing left but his family, but Dre. She made it that way. She wanted to make him feel as though he had no one in this world but her and the kids. And that's just not true. He had his family. And if you're going to call the cops over him taking his own computer, what does that show you? She is, I'm sorry, but to me, I just think she was very evil, a very evil woman to him. And he started seeing things for what they truly were. Okay, I'm going to thank you guys for who's sending me stuff. Hold on. I'm going to pull.
Out of the K-12, whenever I took my kids out of the K-12 system or whatever, I had to put down the school that they will be attending next, and I put Slay University, because up in here, up in this household, my kids are going to get the best education. And I'm also going to show them not just what is good or what is bad. I'm also going to show them how to like buck up and be strong and cut these foods out.
Slay University, are you freaking serious? You can't be serious. I cannot. Wow. And there's something else I want to show you guys too. I cannot believe that. Slay University? What the fuck? Wow. Yes, no, do not promote any. I don't know anything about K. Don't promote it. Don't know anything about that. The alkaline diet. Don't promote it in my comment section. Do not promote any of that kind of stuff, even in the comment section, because there is negative things that have been said about it and there are positive things. I don't want any of that stuff being promoted in my comment section. Okay. I want to show you guys something else. There's too much. It's too much negative stuff about it, and there's positive stuff about it, and I cannot figure out what's good about it or what's bad. And yeah, I want to become a vegan one day, whatever. Not saying that it's going to happen, but because I like chicken, I like fish, so I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but if I was to do it, you have to be careful, you guys. People think vegan and they think, oh my gosh, like, you just have to be careful, because sometimes that can be worse, than actually just eating, not being vegan. And I'm not talking about vegan, but I'm talking about all of these other things. And, you know, a lot of people said that you're constantly hungry on those kind of diets. And I'm not saying that that's true, but I am going to show you something.
How good is it, baby?
It's amazing.
How good is it, baby?
It's amazing.
I mean, just wow. Looks like he was starving, you guys. And another thing I want to show you too. I'll mute it this time. Sorry, you guys. No, I don't even have to mute anything because I'm about to pull it up right now. Let's make this smaller. This is the Dre that I know. See if you guys can see it. This is the Dre I know. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's nothing wrong with losing weight or anything like that, but you can tell when a person loses weight, if they're losing weight a healthy way, then they're going to still look healthy. And this doesn't look healthy to me, you guys. This looks malnourished. This looks, it just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks, just look at the difference. You know, like, and she's a very pretty girl. She really is. I've always thought she was a very pretty woman. The girl can slay some makeup. Let's just be real. Look at the difference. Huge difference between the two. When these types of things happen, you guys, it's time for you to look at within. Like, this is not good. And I'm not saying she's not pretty now. She's very pretty. But I'm just saying she looks very stressed. She looks malnourished. She doesn't look healthy. Like, even with myself, I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight because I have some dental issues and stuff like that. And in the summertime, I don't have the same appetite as I do the wintertime. But I don't look malnourished. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's happening the healthy way, but a lot healthier than what she's doing, you know? I'm just saying, like, something's not right, you know? that doesn't look good. That's not healthy looking at all. That's sad, really. It is. And that's the Dre that I knew. The Dre with, you know, the green eye makeup and, you know, very cute and pretty and all that kind of stuff. And then I look at the Dre on the other side and it's just like, wow, that's a huge difference, you know? And when you do those types of things and when you make those type of big decisions, you guys, like going on a different kind of vegan diet, whatever the situation is, you should always make sure that you are talking to your doctor about it, making sure that you're doing it the safe way. It doesn't seem as though she's doing this the safe way. Otherwise, she wouldn't look like that, you guys. You know, she looks way older as well, very unhealthy. Exactly. She's aged 10 years and looks very unhealthy. Yep. She looks very stressed. She does. She does. So she thinks she's a teacher and a doctor. Sure, Jan. And those are the signs of Munchausen by proxy, you guys. Those are huge signs of it. Very, very big signs. Hold up. I'm just looking it up. Because I'm curious myself. Like, what is Munchausen syndrome by proxy called now? I guess it's called something else now, you guys. But I want to know I guess, I don't know why they call it something else. But anyway, it's a psychological disorder marked by attention-seeking behavior by a caregiver through those who are in their care. MSP is a relatively rare behavioral disorder. It affects a primary caretaker, often the mother. The person with MSP gains attention by seeking medical help for exaggerated or made-up symptoms of a child in their care. As healthcare providers strive to identify what's causing the child's symptoms, the deliberate actions of the parent or caretaker can often make the symptoms worse. The person with MSP does not seem to be motivated by a desire for any type of material gain. While healthcare providers are often unable to identify the specific cause of the child's illness, they may not suspect the parent or caretaker of doing anything to harm the child. In fact, the caregiver often appears to be very loving and caring and extremely distraught over the child's illness. People with MSP may create or exaggerate a child's symptoms in several ways. They may simply lie about symptoms, alter tests, such as contaminating a urine sample, falsify medical records, or they may actually induce symptoms through various means, such as poisoning, suffocating, starving, and causing infection. And it says, what are the symptoms of Munchausen by proxy? Certain characteristics are common in a person with MSP, including is a parent or caregiver, usually a mother, maybe a healthcare professional, is very friendly and cooperative with the healthcare providers, appears quite concerned. Some may seem overly concerned about their child, may suffer from Munchausen syndrome, a related disorder in which a person repeatedly acts as if they have physical or mental illness when they are not really sick. All of these things, like, I'm just saying, like, something ain't right. Oh gosh, this whole situation is just so heartbreaking in every sense of the word, like every sense of the word. Something else that her and KJ have in common, except KJ's drug of choice to abuse, is Adderall. KJ used to be a lot bigger too and looks way older than she is. How old is she? Llama Girl. I'm not even sure how old she is. Allegedly, she was using K to get off opiates. Oh, really? She's 34? Squidward, wait a minute. Wait a second. Dre is 34? Wow. Wow, I did not know that. Vaughn is 29 and Dre is 34. Okay. So there's one last video that I do want to show you guys, and I think it's going to give you guys an idea of, I don't know. I just want to show it to you guys. If I can find it. My heart, it's like, it makes me so sad. Okay, I just want to show you guys this. And this is going to give you guys just to show you who he is. You know, he's just who he is as a person. And I'm sure you guys have seen this in the groups before, but I feel it's important to show you guys now. I know sometimes it seems. Sorry, you guys. I had to pause the music because I didn't want to get like a copyright strike or anything like that. But so heartbreaking. He was, yeah, the song really does make you sad, but I couldn't play the song, but I just wanted you guys to see how healthy he was, how happy he was, dancing, just so amazed. My heart is so broken. I'm so sensitive when it comes to these types of things, you guys. And I just wish that things could have turned out differently. That's all. I wish he would have just given him that money so he could leave. Just leave, leave. Because she even would tell him, you can't see, if you leave, you can't see the children. And he didn't want that on his conscience. Like, he didn't want her going around saying that he just left and abandoned his family. But I wish that he could have done that. I was a follower of Dre and praying for her and Vaughn and sending her positive vibes during this time. We are still praying for Vaughn and the whole family because this is so tragic. It is tragic. I pray for everyone. And even though I don't agree with Dre's behavior, I'm praying for her too. I'm praying for everyone involved. I'm not going to sit here and be like Katie Joy and accuse this woman of doing anything without any kind of solid proof or anything like that. Obviously, I just don't agree with what she's done, and I don't think she's a good person for what she's done. She's done some really evil things, but I'm still praying for her. I'm still praying for her. I know, we do. And yes, it's easy for people like Katie Joy to say it's not going to happen. There's no way. Miracles happen every day. That's all I'm going to say. I believe in miracles. I do. And also, I have to show you guys this. Hold on. And then we'll go over this some more tomorrow too. Hold on. There is so many people covering this now, you guys. Like, it's crazy how many people are covering this now. Like, even bigger creators are covering it. And wow. And she had quite a bit of followers here.
Now tell me what you're.
She had quite a bit of subscribers on YouTube.
Idea is, Earl.
I had said that you said something, and then I had said something. I don't remember, Pearl, okay?
And I'm gonna tell you why you don't remember, Earl. What do you think I'm gonna tell you?
I know how to
You keep forgetting to take your medicine, Earl.
Teaya, there are people trying to put me on their medication, so that way they can keep me hooked to them. I'm telling you, Pearl.
They were so funny, you guys. Like, they used to do these kinds of skits, and I used to watch them. They were so funny, but this shows you that, go over to her YouTube. Like, literally, this shows you how she wouldn't be where she is if it wasn't for him. She wouldn't.
Man.
It's not the man.
Pearl, I'm telling you, Pearl, I'm telling you,
It's not the man, Earl. Now, you know, I'm gonna have to apologize because I know the comments are on my face. I didn't know what else we can do where you can see both me and Earl, so you might just have to swipe the comments if you're watching this on Facebook. So today, what my dear old Earl, he's gonna do for me is he's gonna color my roots. So Earl has been doing my hair for about 65 years.
Mm-hmm.
And see right here, Earl, it's about an inch that you have to take it.
That just gives you an idea. I don't know if that was echoing. Sorry if it was, but it just gives you an idea of the skits that they used to do, you guys. They used to be so freaking funny. Like, they used to have me cracking up. And yes, she did their makeup on there. Yeah, she's very good at makeup. She is. Quit talking about it. To me, the reason why Katie Joy is talking about it, like I said, she did the same thing with Tati. Oh, she looks like a drag queen. That's what drag queens do. They bake and stuff. No, that's not true. And I've already broken it down in the beginning. Do your research, Katie, since you're so-called a journalist. Do your research, because you wear just as much makeup as she does. The only difference is she does her makeup better than you do, for one. And for two, she wears lashes and you don't. That's the only difference between the two. She knows how to contour. She knows where to put her bronzer in the right place. She knows how to slay her wing. She knows all of those things. You don't. Quit talking about that she looks like a drag queen and all of those things. I mean, literally, you're actually giving her a compliment because drag queens are literally the best at makeup. But quit talking about her makeup, because what's going on has nothing to do with her makeup. It doesn't. And your jealousy shows. I'm sorry, because you're always talking about somebody's makeup. But yet you're the first one to be pulling out all of your expensive makeup, your Natasha Denona, your Pat McGrath, all of these kinds of things, which shows that you are a fan of makeup. You just can't do makeup the way I can or the way Dre can. So instead of complimenting her, you hate on her. Knock it off. It just makes you look petty. She slays a wig. She slays a wig on when her edges run away also. I hope the kids are doing okay. I do too. Look, this video makes me sad because this couple looks fun and in love. I feel deceived because even one of her admins said she isn't like what you see on live. I heard that too. Bernadette, I heard that. I really feel in my heart that Dre is fully responsible for the condition that Vaughn is in, and I'm so heartbroken for Vaughn, his family. I have been distraught over this. Me too. Me too, Nicole's. product reviews. You're very, very right. I heard one of her mods is Mia. She definitely has mental issues and needs help, and I hope she gets it and gets better. But right now, those kids need to be safe, and I feel that is why. If he did that, that's why. I feel like, and like I've said it, I said it when we first started talking about this case, and in my heart, I feel like Dre needs help. She needs help right now. She needs help as far as somebody to step in and help her manage everything that's going on. You know, this is a very traumatic time, and unfortunately, she's very, very much all about herself. My God, it's 2 a.m. here, you guys. She's very, very much all about herself, and these kids are hurting too. You know, especially the little boy. She said he's hasn't been behaving. He's not behaving because his dad is in a coma and has been in a coma since May. She needs help to manage all this, and somebody needs to step in. That's just my opinion. Being empaths, we have it worse in situations like this. Exactly. I truly worry about her children, especially her little boy. Me too. Missing in action is what Mia means. Oh my God. You're right. MIA. She's missing in action. It's late. I'm tired. You're right. Dre's eyebrows at least look related. KJ's eyebrows don't even look like they're in the same cheek. Oh, you cracked me up, Olade. I have been blocked by Katie multiple times for telling the truth. That's what she does. She blocks people who speaks their mind. And I want to tell you guys, I will never block anybody who has a different of opinion than me. Never. I don't care. I don't even care. There was people in here, jealousy, Llama Girl. Absolutely. There's people in here who a couple days ago were defending Dre. As long as you're being respectful, I don't care. I don't know why people are like that, but I feel like with Katie, it's just that need to always be right. Her and Dre McCray are very similar in a lot of ways. They are. And like I said, it takes one to know one. But MIA, I'm sorry. Missing in action. I just didn't click. But and that's another thing. I'm going to talk about that one day too, because I'm not used to talking about a case this sensitive, and I'm sure that, like, my heart, and I give props to every person that covers like true crime and all that kind of stuff, because it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I give so much more credit to people who cover true crime, because these kind of stories are just heartbreaking. And I am going to talk about more true crime and stuff like that. And that's why I love commentary. You can do everything. But what I've learned throughout being here on YouTube is that finding people who are genuine is rare on social media as a whole, but I'm talking about as a creator. Finding genuine people is rare, because especially if it's a fellow creator, because someone's always in competition with you in some way, shape, or form. And I've met some shady people throughout this journey here on YouTube, and I'm sure I'll meet more shady people. But I've just learned that people like Without a Crystal Ball she's a nasty person. The way she's handling this case is horrible. And I seriously do think that post that we read, that she did earlier, that post, not about Molly Golightly, but the other post that she did, talking about speaking for the family, like she's a spokesperson for the family and she's so important, she's so credible, and nobody else is credible. I think the reason why she does those things is not only to obviously lie to make herself look more important, but it's also to cover her ass. It's also to almost as if she knows that people are onto her. She knows that Letitia is onto her. So she's doing it to cover her ass, like there's no more to report on or something like that. And she says those things because she knows that people are catching on to what she's truly doing as far as being that selfish creator. Like I even heard her say on a live, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that people will defend Dre simply because they hate her. I heard her say that. Why do you think she wouldn't go talk it out with Molly? And she's not going to. But what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I don't like her either. Shelly Scott Stiegel, I just cannot. But yeah, she said that on her live. She did. She said, everyone that can't stand her will defend Dre just because they can't stand her. And that's not true. That's just not true. I'm not defending Dre by any means. But without a crystal ball's behavior, I'm going to continue to call out as long as she's covering this case. Because this is a very sensitive case. It's very sensitive because this is a man who's in a coma. He's not gone. He's still here. And if she continues to exploit this case for subs, money, as a money grab, then I'm going to continue to call her out on it. Period. And if she doesn't like it, oh well, I'm sure she's not going to like it. I don't even think she knows who the fuck I am, and I don't care. I know who she is. And this isn't about clout off of her name like people have came into this chat and said, but if you want to think that, I don't give a shit. Think it. Because I am going to call her out as long as she's covering this case. Everything that she does, I will call her out. Period. This case is too near and dear to my heart, and no one should be exploiting this case. No one. People should be bringing awareness to this case, especially Dre's behavior. We need justice for Vaughn, first and foremost. We need to be worried and focused on that. But the way that she's doing it is disgusting to me. I think she's a disgusting human being. And as long as she's being malicious and has malicious intent while covering this case, I will keep and continue calling her out. So if you see anything that she does pertaining to this case or anything else, I don't care, send it to me. My email is in my about section. You can contact me through Facebook. Everything, all my info is in my about section. And I will continue to call her out because I'm not going to tolerate this. And even if she still continues to cover it, I'm still going to keep calling her out. It is what the fuck it is. I am not going to let her do this. And she'll continue to do it, but I'll continue to fucking call her out on it. Telling everyone his mom asked her to talk about all she does talk about. Yeah, and she's lying now. I really do truly feel like in my heart, allegedly though, I really do feel like she is lying on Vaughn's family. And she's trying to cover her tracks by making these types of posts like there's no more information and send everything to me, trying to get other people to do work and send it to her. No, I will call her out, and that's the fuck it. Okay? So it is 2:30 in the morning here, you guys. I have been on here with you guys for hours. I can't remember the last time. Ask my mod Goose. I cannot remember the last time I've been live for this long. But you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here, I'm so happy you found me. I know Chris, without a crystal ball, is probably one of the most unliked women on this platform, but it's for good reason. And if people find me through that, I'm still happy and blessed. And yeah, it's been a while, Goose. I haven't been live for 3-4 hours in a very long time, but you're not on every single one of my lives. So that's probably why you wouldn't know, maybe. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction, baby. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for interacting with me. And thank you for spending your time with me. Get some sleep. Have an amazing night or day, wherever you are. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Deuces. Let's play the outro, and I'm out. Bye.
It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
And thank you to my amazing mods. I love you guys so much. And thank you to everyone who sent me info. And if you have more, make sure you send it to me. Love ya. Bye.